What is going on, guys? Fitcho here, and welcome back to the Valentino Rossi the Game career mode. Is part number 8. Now, if you are enjoying the series, make sure to smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Now, the next 3 events on our calendar are all Moto3 races. The first one in the Sachsenring, then the Red Bull Ring, and then I think it's Brno. We'll try and get through the first 2, possibly the third one. We'll see how we're going for time. But MotoGP practice for the Dutch TT, the Dutch GP this weekend at Assen is on very, very soon, so I don't want to miss that. I actually want to watch the practice sessions this time and pay a bit more attention to it, because I've just really gotten to MotoGP recently. Since I got this game and stuff, I've just really got addicted to MotoGP. It's an addictive thing. It's an addictive sport. But let's jump into the Sachsenring. Hopefully we get another pole and hopefully another race win, that's what I'm trying to say. But in the same way, I hope we have a good race. I don't know. I want to win, I want to have a good race, so have a bit of fun. It's a bit more entertaining video. But let's jump into the Sachsenring and see how we go. I think this is a pretty good lap as we come up to the line and we go, 6/10 quicker than our previous best. So I think that's a pretty good time. 128.7 really. It's like 0.001 off being a 7 just into the 6s. So I think I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that qualifying time. And I think I'm just going to pause and go back to the garage now and see where that actually gets us on the grid. Wow, oh wow, another pole position, this time by 1.1 seconds. I didn't even think that was that good a lap. I'm not the best at this track. I don't mind this track. I was about to say I'm not a fan of this track. I don't mind this track. It's a nice challenge, but I don't think I'm that good at this track, and I still managed to get pole by 1.1 seconds. I don't really know how I managed that. Even with all my times I thought were pretty bad, I still would have had pole by maybe half a second. So I'm not too sure how I've managed that, but I will take it nonetheless. Let's jump into the race.
While the marshals wave the green flag, the riders can focus their thoughts and prepare to race another German Grand Prix here at the Sachsenring circuit.
Oh goody, another wet race. Here we go, at the Sachsenring, off pole, and we are off. Hopefully we can hold our lead into turn number 1, and it doesn't look like we've got the best stars. It looks like we've got the Sky Bike coming up our inside, and there goes Finardi up our inside. Can we try and get past through this next very tight and technical section? I'm not sure we're going to be able to. We're going to have to just sit behind Finardi, and then maybe when we come onto some of the faster section of this track, onto the straights and the fast corners, we might be able to get past him. Come on, maybe down this next very long straight. Try and get a good run. Get in the slipstream as the rain is intensifying as we go clean up the inside of Finardi quite comfortably. But he's going to come back at us up the inside. Is he? No, we've run a bit deep trying to block him off there. But no, he can't get the move done. But he is glued to our rear wheel as we head into the final corner. And we come out of the final corner to finish lap 1, and we manage to regain the lead for now. But will we actually have it when we cross the line? As here comes Romano Finardi up our inside. And we're actually in P2 as we cross the line, as we have another frame rate drop. We head down into turn 1. We're not going to have inside line, but we're going to try and switch back in. But we're now going to have the outside line for this next corner. We're just going to have to forfeit the position for now. Then we sneak back up his inside. He left the door open and gave us the opportunity, and now we have absolutely butchered this corner. We've given him the opportunity. We try and shut the door. Maybe a tad too late. We make a bit of contact, but we do get away with it. I butchered the next corner, for God's sake. I am riding like shit right now. These wet conditions, I don't know. I'm just riding like crap. Maybe we can try again down this straight as we try and get a better run off that corner than him into his slipstream. And it's not going to be enough this time. But we have definitely closed up on him down this straight. We'll try not to run too deep this time. We don't. We are right behind him again. Maybe we can try it down the pit straight as we head into the final corner. We're about to start the final lap as we actually make a little bit of contact with Finardi. Try not to squeeze him out too much, as he did have to get on the curb there. We're running side by side up to the line, and we're about to start the final lap here at the Sachsenring. We head down to turn 1, and I have the lead for now. But Finardi is searching up my inside, and I'm switched back in, searching back up his inside, and I get on the curb, pop a wheelie, and somehow manage to retain the lead there. That was a bit of a mistake from me, and I'm surprised Fernani didn't actually capitalize on it. There's another bit of a mistake, as this part of the circuit is actually very, very difficult, especially in the wet conditions. We managed to hold onto the lead for now. Is Fernani going to try and get back past us on this last lap, or are we going to have an easy run to the line? Considering the race so far and how close it is, this is not going to be an easy last lap. Out of the final corner we come at the Sachsenring. Once we got past him, we did manage to break away, and we're going to win. No, I can't. I'm going too fast to pop a wheelie. We're going to win the German GP at the Sachsenring. Not the easiest victory compared to some of the ones this season. We actually had to fight a little bit in the early stages of that race for the first 2 laps. But once we managed to get past Romano Fernardi, we managed to break away and pull out 1.7 seconds on that final lap alone. But another win for us, and our teammate Brad Binder actually fell down to 5th and actually got beaten by a Mahindra bike who have been having a horror season. They're pretty much always down the bottom. I'm surprised to see the Mahindra that high. But we also managed to get the fastest lap from Fernardi by 0.03 of a second. Let's have a look at the Riders' Championship. We are pulling away even more on 199 points, 42 points ahead of Fernardi. And the Constructors' standings, KTM are just pulling even further away from Honda, now over a 100-point lead. I think the next race is at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, so let's jump into that. Here we go, qualifying at the Red Bull Ring. I never really pictured this as a bike track, especially with that very, very tight turn number 2, but I think we could have a race on our hands this weekend with all the freaking straights here. There's probably three main straights here, and the drafting and slipstream is going to be immense. I think we're not going to be able to break away with that slipstream effect, especially up to the run to turn 2 and then the run to turn number 3. But this is the corner I was talking about. This is going to be really tricky, I think. This is a very tight corner. It seems like an odd corner for bikes. I just don't picture this track as a bike track, but apparently it is, so be it. Let's push on and see how we go in qualifying. Oh, there's been a big crash in front of us. Not too sure what the hell happened there, but 2 AI have just taken each other out coming up the straight towards turn 2. Not sure how that happened. Yes, another pole position, but this time by nowhere near the margin as the previous one. This one's only by 0.072 of a second between me and Jorge Navarro. Very, very close, and I think we're going to have a proper race on here at the Red Bull Ring, as I was a lot slower for the majority of the qualifying session than that lap. That was like my 10th qualifying lap or something. It took a lot to get a lap that quick. So I'm pretty happy I got on pole, and to be honest, I'm a bit surprised. I was really, really struggling here at the Red Bull Ring on the bike. We'll see how we go tomorrow. To be honest, I'm not too optimistic of our chances of winning, but let's find out. Let's jump into the race.
Everything's ready for the race to start now. We're just waiting for those lights to go out, and the riders will take these last few seconds to focus on the race ahead.
Here we go, Moto 3 at the Red Bull Ring. Somehow we managed to snatch pole, but I'm not too confident of our pace, and we are off in Austria. Can we hold the lead as we head up into turn number 1? We might be able to into turn number 1, but if these two get a good run out of 1, as we try and cut Fernardi off a bit on the nose there, just pinch him on the inside turn 1, and that's given us a little bit of a break. We might be able to just get away at the front, as these guys are going to be battling in that pack behind with all the slipstream, and this might just be our chance to run away with this race, despite not being the fastest, even though we got pole. And out of the final corner we come at the Red Bull Ring to win by a very, very, very big margin, as you can see there on your screens. Absolutely ran away with that race. 7.6 seconds to Fernardi in second. That's what I meant at the start of the race. We just need to break away right at the start, because those guys are going to be battling so hard at this race with the 3 long straights of the slipstream effect on these Moto 3 bikes. They're going to be having a mega battle back there, and if we can just get that little bit away on that first lap, like I did, how I pinched, I think it was Fernardi's nose on the inside turn 1, allowed me to get away up to turn 2, and that was enough. That's all I had to do, and then I just had to ride just carefully and not crash, and the win was in the bag, really. I wasn't even pushing that hard. I was 1.7 off my pole time in that race, And look at the times of the AI. They are so slow. That's what I mean. They're battling so damn hard that race. And I just managed to pull away at the start, and that was enough for the win. So there's another win to our name and another fastest lap. Quite comfortably with the fastest lap. Every other rider's in the 44s or the 43s. And we're in the 40s, for God's sake. And I wasn't pushing at all. So that's what I mean by the battling. Let's have a look at the Riders Championship. We're just going to be pulling away even further. Almost got a 50-point lead over Romano Finardi. 47 points at the moment. And in the Constructors, we've just pulled even further away. Now we have a 115-point lead over Honda. Let's get our VR points and our rep. We get about 12,000 for every pole and race. And here you can have a look at all my stats as they go up. We're now up to level 58 on braking, throttle management, agility, cornering, and body position. We're up to 56 on rainability, and we're up to 61 on physical condition. And on physical condition, we actually have the silver boost now, which is really, really nice. But that is all for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.